Right.
Ah!
Oh my god. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake!
Welcome to Three Men, One Hand. Today we'll be falling over. Oh no, that's just Buckland. Hello guys and welcome back to Three Men, One Hand. This week, there's all four of us. Hallelujah!
Someone's out there.
For Kieran's here as
Kieran,
usual.
stop talking over people.
over people. This week, all four of us are here to review the Formula E race at Monaco, the British Touring Car Championship, which was back this weekend, and also Formula One at Spain. So, we had a very eventful Formula E Grand Prix.
She did it!
We've done this before.
And we've had Grand Prix.
Yeah, it should be easier.
So,
We're about now, I've got the tape measure out.
Yes.
you don't need to, mate. It's only 2 inches.
So, first up, we're going to talk about the eventful... Oh, wait. Okay. E-Prix.
Monaco E-Prix, James, go!
So, first up, we're going to talk about the very eventful Monaco E-Prix. Some regard as the best Formula E race ever.
So from start to end, it was probably one of the most eventful races this weekend.
It was the most eventful race this weekend, in my opinion.
Was it?
As always, Formula E at Monaco. Well, Formula E always delivers, but at Monaco, this is the first time they've used the full layout. So in previous years, they've gone off a different way at Sandoval and gone straight to the end of the track.
Mm-hmm.
And it had the usual Monaco reputation with Formula E. The cars couldn't pass or anything. But this is the first time they used the full layout. And my goodness me, it's all changed everything. The complexion of the race and everything. You could actually overtake. There were 6 lead changes in that race, which is just one short of the record in Formula E history.
At Monaco.
At Monaco, of all places.
Monaco.
To be honest, most of the overtakes were happening in the new part of the circuit on where they hadn't raced in Formula E yet, up to Beau Rivage and the casino section. They're going side by side up there. They haven't raced there yet, but it just showed it's worth going to the full circuit.
Yeah,
people
definitely. Are going to say,
Yeah.
the naysayers are going to say, well, Formula E is showing down Formula 1. But it
Yeah, can we clarify?
racing.
Let's just clarify, yeah.
That's a great impression.
That's all. It is. That's it.
But-
Just, yeah, done. Please continue.
But if
Oh, my Dyson does
but
there.
Formula E probably had more overtakes in that race alone than Monaco in F1 had in the previous 7 years.
Well, to be
And-
fair, yeah. I mean, it was eventful. There was a lot of crash banging.
They can get away with it in Formula E. They're
Yeah.
much stronger. They don't go as quick
Literally-
either, which helps.
Literally, the Porsche went over the Mahindra on lap 1. Literally went over it on lap 1
I don't know why
at the
that's
hairpin.
funny.
Was that Hulkenberg going for Auburn's drive?
He's used that joke twice now.
Yeah,
It's not funny.
and both times they've not been
This time we
funny.
can hear it.
Usually, if you start in Group 1, you're basically consigned to the back, usually, because of the track evolution. But Robin Frimes and Mitch Evans qualified 2nd and 3rd, and they came from Group 1. Antonio Felix da Costa started on pole.
Is
Fucking hell.
this DS Cheetah's first victory this season?
No, Jeff
thought-
had one in Rome.
Oh yes,
for-
he did.
Formula E have had 6 different winners in the 7 races they've had so far, which is incredible because they had De Vries win the first one, Bird win the second one, Vern win the third one. Van Dorn win the fourth one. De Vries won that fifth one with the energy just running out on the last
Oh
lap.
yeah.
Jake Dennis won the sixth race, and Antonio Felix da Costa's seventh. And as it stands, even though we've had Nick de Vries has won twice this season, we're currently on a streak of 6 races in a row a different driver has won. If they could get 4 more different race winners, they could break the record here.
Yeah, 9
Because
different
Formula
winners.
E has previously had 9 different winners in a row. But let's talk about some of the overtakes we saw at Monaco. Like, did you see Antonio Felix da Costa's move on Robin Frimes and Mitch Evans twice throughout the race?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely sensational. And it's all in the new part of the track, which I haven't raced on yet. But you don't go for moves at Beau Rivage. You
No.
just don't.
No.
They're going
Yes,
3
you
wide
don't.
at the hairpin. I don't get that.
There's
Crazy.
more space for the Formula E cars, which is great because we can see moves like that. There are many racing series that we wouldn't see that kind of move.
Not even in lower Formula,
No.
I don't think.
No.
But the thing is, Formula E cars are not small cars. They are massive, just not F1 massive.
Yeah. Oh, we'll go on.
But-
Kieran should know that, shouldn't he?
Yeah, Kieran should
Shouldn't he
totally
go,
know
"Oh,
that.
I see one."
Oh yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, just you wait.
Look, to be fair though, any car would look massive compared to Kieran.
Even your
Fucking
old
Hot
Mini.
Wheels.
My
Hot Wheels
Mini.
look faster. That was it. It was Scalextric. I called them Scalextric, so I remember now.
Go away.
That's hilarious, Buckland. That's hilarious.
I've never heard that before.
So original.
No one's ever done that. Nobody's ever done that.
Naomi, you were about to ask winners and losers from the race.
Yes, I was.
Oh.
Yes, I was. So, winners and losers of the race.
Well, let's start with the losers then. Alex Sims, he had a Porsche ride over him on lap 1.
Made a noise like
Jake-
that.
Jake Dennis was also out of the E-Prix on lap 1. Fucking hell.
That was the noise the Armco made as he hit it.
Fucking hell. You lot.
Sorry, James, we had Sims in the barrier. He had an early exit.
Yeah, he had a Porsche rode on top of him. And then
It's Randy.
He mounted him from the rear.
yeah, it did though.
But then he ran out of
I wish.
battery, so. Don't really go any
De Vries, the championship leader coming into Monaco, he retired with just a few laps to go. I don't think he was in the points anyway, but he just suddenly stopped where the ferries were, where Kimi Räikkönen got out and went on his yacht once.
Did he go on his yacht?
And get an ice cream.
I don't know. And then Nick
He
Evans-
screamed.
Jean-Eric... Oh, fucking hell.
Jean-Eric Verne.
Jean-Eric...
I think an E-Cream is a brilliant marketing idea. That would have meant the races.
Would you like
Classic.
E-Ocklet with that? Or E-Villa?
No, you like name them after the drivers, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Strawberry.
Would you like some Da Costa
Strawberry.
with your e-screen?
Would you like a Da Costa coffee?
Yeah, exactly. You go to Da Costa
Ah,
Coffee.
listen, Da Costa, watch out, you might get trademarked infringement. You're going to get a cease and desist soon.
Fuck your family name. We're Costa Coffee.
How dare you use our name?
You use our trademarks. We give you our coffee.
I hate you lot.
Speaking of Da Costa, he had a great race against Evans and Fries, didn't he?
I was still trying to go on for the winners and losers.
Yeah, sorry, losers. Speaking of losers, Kieran, what happened?
Jean-Eric Verne was another loser. He went for attack mode and then he lost it. He didn't activate it.
Winners of this race
all
have
right.
got to be
Well,
Antonio
Mitch E-
Felix da Costa for that move to take
Oh, Mitch
the win.
Evans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Round the outside on a corner you wouldn't normally overtake on the inside anyway.
No.
So he went round the outside and took the lead on the final lap. I got a feel for Mitch Evans because he was also passed by Robin Frimes coming to the line as well.
3 wide
So,
on
3
the
wide
start
coming
straight.
to the line. Yeah, with
Crazy.
with Frimes, Evans, and Verne. Yeah, now Robin Frimes leads the championship despite not winning a race this season, which goes to show
How
consistency
close.
is key.
Yeah, how close
Yeah.
it is now consistent.
Basically, you could come. We're coming on to F1 in a minute, but you could fit the whole top 19 cars inside that gap between first and second and Formula One on the weekend. That's how close the top 19 was.
Yeah, it's insane.
That is insane. At Monaco.
It's definitely
you
a
could-
race to go and watch, guys, if you haven't watched it. It's so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but Formula E is boring.
No, it's
It
not.
wasn't.
No.
Also,
Definitely not. Definitely not.
good. What about your
So-
Virgin Racing boys? They did all right, didn't they?
yeah, with Robin, they got P2 in the race. Very pleased with Robin. Nick also scored some valuable points for the team.
Yeah.
They're up into P4 in the championship. And I reckon they're not bad for a customer team. They're fighting with the big boys of Chachita,
Yeah.
Mercedes, who now lead the championship, and Jaguar.
Shock. Mercedes winning a championship.
Even after all this, like 6 different winners in 7 races, Mercedes still somehow lead the championship.
Mercedes
Oh,
winning
yeah.
everything.
Who used to be Red Bull in second.
Yeah, Jaguar rebranded as Red Bull after Monaco.
But if you think about it, third is Chachita, who used to be Amlin Algueri, who were Super Algueri in Formula One.
Yeah,
So that's a bit of a change
a
there.
little bit of a tiny difference.
Yeah, and the Virgin Formula One team didn't do that well. Well, they're currently P4 in Formula E, and the only team to have won a race in every single season apart from this season. So if Robin or Nick can win a race this season, they will once again become the only team to have won the only team to have won a race in every single season of Formula E.
This
Which
is a
is
question.
mad.
I don't know if we should do this as a video, actually. I'm not sure. Is it easier to make a Formula E car than it is to make a Formula One car? Or I think it probably is because they're electric. And they have a
Well, a lot of the
base,
parts are
don't they? I think he just lost another brain cell.
As a sneeze cough, they hurt.
How many's that now?
I don't think we've got many left.
There's 2 of them right down in a fucking ball up there. Leave them alone.
Lots of
Yeah.
room. I
Fucking
can run! Sparkling froze because he's totally froze. Yeah, so it's probably is because they're all the same, aren't they? The Formula E cars, they're all the basis of a Formula E car is the same.
Basically, the cars are the same, but the powertrains
They're
inside are
different.
completely different.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that also affects weight and suspension. So although they are the same car, they're not the same car.
yeah.
I think despite them being electric, they're less complex than the F1 powertrain, with it being a combination of internal combustion and electric. So
Yeah.
it's cheaper as well. I
Yeah.
think Formula E is probably why it encourages more manufacturers in because it's cheaper and more relevant.
Yeah.
Definitely, because F1's too expensive even with these cost cuts. I mean, it's still too expensive, and that's why you can see manufacturers going, engine suppliers, everyone going to Formula E because it's less expensive and there's more chance
And it's
of
more relevant.
championships.
Yeah, it's an FIA World Championship now, so it's on the
Yeah.
same level
Yeah.
technically as Formula One.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's for a car company, for an engine company. It's like a massive advertisement for the whole electric car. We won't get into manufacturers with electric cars and coningles, but we'll just. It
That's a whole other
is.
subject.
It's a con.
Could be it for hours on.
Yeah, we'll be here for about 4 hours. We'll be going. It's a con. In Formula One, we've got what next season? We've only got 3 engine suppliers next year. Tend to pull out, don't they?
yeah,
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Formula
more
E
difficult
have
to get in.
But then technically Red Bull become one, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but technically at the moment Formula E has
And they
got...
will. No, you go, James. Fine.
Okay.
Everyone talks over
Technically, Formula E has 10 manufacturers.
Yeah. Just
At the
ignore
moment,
the mad ass over it.
They are, yeah, they are going to lose both Audi and BMW at the end of the season, but I think BMW and Audi will still remain with Andretti and
Yeah.
Virgin respectively as suppliers to get them through to Gen 3. And in Gen 3, I think they're going to move even more further with the technology. They're going to have fast charging, and I reckon they might reintroduce pit stops for charging.
Oh, when they
which will
switch
be
the
interesting.
cars.
They're not switching the cars.
What?
They're not doing that.
That was such a part of Formula E that I don't understand how they went from one car to another. That bit
In the
always
space of 5 years.
no.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking
in
about
the pit stops where they you would set your car up to drive, and I know they did practice and stuff in both of the cars, but I'm sorry, there would have been a difference between that car you just got out of and the one you just get into. The way that the drivers adapted to that was really, really impressive. And I don't like it though. I don't think it should come back. I think that's just...
Oh no, it will never come back. It will never come back. The car can do the full race now. They're thinking of reintroducing pit stops, but not to change cars. The whole car will do the full race.
Like tyres.
No, I think it's going to be like if you drive through the pit lane, there's going to be like sensors to fast charge wireless charging or something. This is just a rumor I've heard.
What?
Don't take anything, but there's wireless charging, and apparently you just drive over it, and then you get more energy.
This is Back to the Future, isn't it? I'm in that film right now, aren't I? What the heck?
Next, they'll be doing leg of the race on hoverboards.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Oh yeah,
I'd watch.
Just make sure it's not sponsored by Samsung, you know.
Oh no!
Fuck no!
Don't call yourself Samsung Con or anything like that. It's not good. Right, so we're not in Formula E for another month now, are we?
I know, I'm well good.
Oh.
We're gonna have to wait till June the 19th and 20th, where they're racing in Mexico, but not Mexico City. They're racing. I think it's called Puebla, but I can't say it. That's the awkward thing.
I think it's Puebla.
Puebla.
Like that. Yeah.
I've
Puebla.
never heard of it personally.
No, I've never heard of it.
It's a permanent racetrack in Mexico because the Mexico City circuit, which is also what Formula One used to race on, is currently a field hospital.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're heading to Mexico for another race at a permanent circuit.
Well, Valencia went well, so I think it should be a good one there too, hopefully. Might even get some changeable weather.
Yeah, but Formula E belongs on street circuits, and I think that's what Lucas Di Grazia and Sam Bird were saying at the end. We've had Valencia, we know what Formula E cars are like on a permanent circuit. Let's get back to the traditional racing in the streets.
I quite liked them on the racetracks. I think there was some good racing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know they're meant to be on
they're quick
there.
enough now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one or
Well, the
two
que-
races in the season. I don't think that would hurt them that much. I think it would be good.
I think it's just because you don't really overtake. I mean, if you take the second race at Valencia, for example, Jake Dennis led every single lap because nobody wanted to overtake him because they were all energy saving in the slipstream, and that's what you kind of get with street circuits.
Yeah.
Because you don't really have that much braking zones with for Formula E cars on permanent circuits.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with those sorts of tracks like Valencia, there's more lift and coast rather than regen braking because you're not braking as much. There's a lot of just going slowly into corners and coasting in to try and just save the energy that way. Because when they were braking, it was light compared to Rome, for example, which are more like 90-degree corners, hairpins.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so that's Formula E.
Onwards to
Nice.
British Touring Car Championship!
BTCC's
Yay!
back!
I was
Oh
so
my God.
excited for
Bloody time.
this. It's been
God,
too
yes.
long. Been too long.
It's been too
Yeah.
long.
And
so...
it did not disappoint.
Absolutely
At
not.
all.
Well, on the first lap, there were already 2 cars out.
Got it. It was Shedden as well. My boy Shedden back again
Yeah.
after some time in WTCC, a
Yeah.
World Touring Cars.
WTCR.
TCR, there you go. And he was out on lap 1 of race 1 for welcome back to BTCC, Sheds.
You're a Shedden fan?
Yeah.
Shedden.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's a good
Who-
driver,
who-
Shedden.
No, he's a very good driver.
Yeah.
My boy.
It's just that I know lots of people.
No, I support Ingram as well. He had a good weekend.
I know
How many
lots of
times?
people in the BTCC fandom
Fucking
support a
hell.
certain driver
Supporting
and
everyone.
attack each other if you don't support their driver or whatever.
Wow.
It's so bad with the team dynamics when Neil was there. They hated team dynamics because he tended to push the pass.
The first
Oh,
race, we
dear.
were at Truxton, by the way. Forgot to mention, we were at Truxton.
Yeah.
Josh Cook won the
He
first
won?
race.
Well, he won the first 2 races.
Yeah. First 2 races, yeah. In the Honda.
Not reading off the screen now, are you, Naomi?
I am, yeah.
Can't
I've got
tell.
the results.
We
making
can
sure
see
we
them
get it
clapping
right.
it in.
Well,
And
at least,
everything.
at least I watched it.
I watched race 3, thank you. I was very busy.
Well, did you see the first lap crash on lap 2?
The
Where
first
he-
lap crash on lap 2.
Oh, I mean, the first lap crash on race 2.
Can I just say it's very late now? It is like, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock.
11
We're all
o'clock.
very tired now. We're all talking absolute
did you-
bollocks.
Did you not see that crash though on lap 1
No,
of
but
race 2?
what we're going to do, we're going to pretend that I did, and you guys are going to talk about it, and I'm going to go, so did you see the crash?
Yes, I mean,
Yeah, we
Glenny
did.
went
Come, no,
somersaulting.
let Naomi describe the crash for us, I think. I think Naomi just described the crash. Off you go, Naomi.
Naomi's
I
insight
leave
to
it to
this,
you. We'll be
actually.
completely silent and respectful throughout this entire description. Here we go now.
Did you see it, Kieran?
I did, yeah. All Andy Neat's fault again. He's getting a reputation, honestly.
If you think Nikita Mazepin's bad, Andy needs.
Oh, don't even go there. There's only one Nikita Mazepin. I'm like, that's how we'd like to keep it.
Well, but Andy Neat has been banned from BTCC before, and he was let back in, and he's already caused
Oh,
Causing
that's
chaos
him. Oh, yeah, because I was like, well, why would they be that stupid? Is it the drama of him? I don't get it.
I don't know, but Glengenny went somersaulting over the barriers. So apparently it was a car failure, he said, but unfortunately,
What kind of car failure is that? What?
A failure to stop the car. They forgot to put the brake
He
pedal in
called
the car.
himself a car.
Yeah,
Apparently he couldn't stop the car, but apparently according to the data box, there was no evidence of that.
Shock.
Honestly, it could have been a serious accident.
yeah,
though.
it could have killed
It
the
was.
guy that went over it. Come on. I mean,
Yeah, Glyn Geddy flipped over and Jade Edwards was just pinned between the two of them at the point of impact. It was really, really bad.
yes, she got damage from that. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Really
all three
bad.
of them did.
Yeah, all 3 of them did. But yeah, Jade was involved in it, wasn't she?
Through no
Anything-
fault of her own.
No.
She wasn't
Yeah.
even in. Isn't it good though to have a woman racing in BTCC?
Yes! Yes, I am available for that kind of racing. I did used to do car racing, so I am available if you need another girl. Or Buckland, because he's a bit
That's what she
womanly.
said.
Surely you
Buckland's
could do.
professional. He's
Well,
good in front of the
it does run in
camera.
the family now.
Well, he
Surely
did
you
fall
could-
off his bicycle, but that's another story that, you know.
You see what he
That
does
was
on
again,
2 wheels, see what happens when he's on 4.
Probably still flip it.
Go back to race 1, there was Sutton was leading away at the in race 1, but Turkington gave him a little punt going into the chicane, got himself a 17-second penalty as well at the end of the race.
Oh yeah.
Really harsh penalty.
That
I
is
reckon.
And ironically, he put him behind Sutton.
Yeah. Despite Sutton dropping back, Turkington was still behind him by the end of the race. Karma.
That's not funny.
It's weird though, 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Really
I
weird
think-
number.
I think
Yeah.
it was. I think it was to put him behind Sutton.
Is that how they're doing it now?
I do like
Yeah.
the race marshals and that in British Touring Car Championship. They actually just go out there and give them penalties no matter what it looks like. They go and
Yeah.
do it. They don't care. They're just
Yeah.
like, it's not for a show. It's for sport, motorsport. And like some,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike some other racing series that have.
Probably.
They don't beat around the bush, do they?
No,
No.
because
No.
that's proper racing. That's how it is. They don't like,
Yeah.
you know, a 5 or a 10-second penalty. They don't do that. If you take part in any
Get what
racing
you need.
series, it's not like that at all. Like it's that the Formula One penalty system is very show kind of thing. I don't
Wow.
know if that
Round
makes-
numbers.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
it's not-
shall we talk about race 3? Because we all watched
yes, that was a very good race. Shout out to
A
everyone
wet-
that was on slicks in the wet. That is
that. Oh,
dangerous.
Brave decision.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
It started to
half-
pay off for them like halfway
Yeah.
through the race. They started to come back through. It was like Oliphant, Hill, Smiley were all on
Mm.
the dries, and it seemed to be working out, even though it was apparently getting wetter.
Yeah.
Classic British racing. It was getting wetter, but it was actually getting drier.
So it
know.
started off wet,
Mhm.
and then it got dry in the middle, and then it got wet again.
Make of that what you will.
Jelly was on pole.
Must be
So Kim
jelly
got
because
that
jam
back.
don't shake like that. You are welcome to use that, everyone.
I like it. Well, I call him Lord Jelly, so every time I see him, every time I see him pass on the track when I spectator race, I go, Lord Jelly, because my friend who go watch BTCC races with, they don't like jelly, but I do.
I love jelly. I really like strawberry jelly and raspberry
Oh,
jelly.
that's jelly. And apricot jelly, and blueberries are here all night now.
Mention to
Name it.
Jason Plato, he got P2 in race 3.
On
It was
his
his
comeback.
return, his comeback. How old is that man now?
I think. Oh, God.
82.
I know Matt Neal was born in 1966.
He's older than me,
So-
that's for sure.
I think Plato's
100%.
older.
He was born before the moon landing.
Oh my
I
God,
think he
Google.
might have been born in 63.
53.
Bullshit.
53!
He's only
So he's not older than you.
53.
Yeah, it's a good result from him, P2. And it was literally like at the line they were battling as well.
He did a Robin Frimes.
Oh,
He did a
like
Robin
Formula E,
Frimes.
yeah.
Exactly like Formula E. It was like Jake Hill was Mitch Evans, and Jason Plato and Gordon Shedden were Robin Frimes and John Eric Verne.
We won't be able
'Cause
to
it
do
was-
this analogy for F1, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So the exact same thing happened in BTCC as it did in Formula E 24 hours earlier.
Yeah. Ash
So
Sutton
that was pretty
win.
good.
A win for Ash Sutton. Such a lovely guy
know-
as well, isn't he?
I
He's
know, but
lovely.
I'm also a Laser Tools fan. I've got their door in my room.
Oh my.
That's staying in.
Do they know you've got that? How many doors have you stolen now?
No, I bought it.
Oh, you would.
Yeah.
Bought a broken door.
I've got
Yeah.
a mini door if you want one. I've got a boot in my shed as well, a mini boot if you want that.
Nice.
Dibs.
No.
So yeah.
What, you're
Ash
going to put it on
Sutton-
your fucking Fiesta?
Fiesta.
It's a Focus. It's a
It's a
Grandad
Focus Gyre estate, you uncultured swine.
Oh, right in the nuts. Don't know the difference between a Fiesta and a Focus Grandad car? Come on, Buckland.
Unbelievable. Get
Um,
out. Get out.
Fiesta's a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Disagree.
What? Fucking hell.
No one
Kieran,
asked you,
case.
so.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Also, I just want to say that Dan Camish, on his only BTCC race weekend of the year, got P2 in race 2. He won't be doing the full season as budget issues, and he will be racing for Porsche in the Porsche Carrera Cup for the rest of the season. But it was good to remind everyone how good he is.
Yeah. I just remind everyone how expensive racing is.
I'm afraid so.
Even someone with his ability, he can't even get a place on the grid.
No.
Literally just won the one race. He's part of a BTC Racing 1-2 as well, wasn't he? With Cook.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Had a great result.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be wishing he'd stayed on.
Well, who knows? Maybe they might be able to give him an offer. But you're going to have to buy him out of his Porsche contract.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Porsche contract. To be fair, Tom Chilton's still there. So,
yeah.
There's hope. He's been in it for millions of years now.
2002?
I mean, nearly as long as Jason Plato, but, you know.
Not far off.
Not far off, no. How old's he now?
And he's 10 years older than me, so he would be 36.
Very young. Very young.
I think he was like 17 when he won his first ever race.
Yeah. He's still very young. Still very young. Who's your driver of the weekend, guys?
Ooh, Jake Hill. Even though he didn't win a race, he's leading the championship. He's done a Robin Frames. And he's leading the championship by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, despite not winning a race.
Yeah. Very impressive. Bucko?
Yeah. I'll go same James.
Of course you will.
For the same reasons. Yeah.
Same reasons! Wow.
Yeah. Consistency is key, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Right, just to finish first you have to finish.
Let me tell you something now. If we were at school, you'd be the guy that copied all my answers, wouldn't you?
No, not yours.
You bitch. You're fired. Get out. He's not coming on this podcast anymore. I've had it. If any racing drivers would like to take part in this podcast, I would replace all of them. Jensen, if you're available. Kevin, if you are.
Jensen, if you get anywhere near this podcast, I will be video wanking with you.
I have met someone who's more of a simp for Jensen Button.
Yeah?
More than you, arguably.
I know. Any more book signings were there, Bucko? Were there?
Oh, look at him.
Oh, look at him. I got escorted out of that. I was fucking stupid. I'm going to say Jason Plato because the old boy did good.
He did.
We missed Kieran.
I don't care about Kieran. Kieran, who was your driver of the weekend?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Can't forget me.
Yeah.
Based on
Blah,
the
blah,
performance,
blah.
driver of the day has to go to Verstappen. In all seriousness, Sutton. He gets punted on lap 1 of race 1 and still wins race 3. I mean,
Also, can I just say with Sutton, he actually had an engine failure in race 2 and still managed to finish in the top 10, I think.
Yeah, well done, man. That was impressive.
So he had a horrible first 2 races, but he actually won the 3rd race, and it was deserved.
Yeah, it was a
So-
difficult victory. I mean, it came back to him at the end because it got wet.
I mean, it started off wet, and then it got a little bit dry, and then wet again.
It was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure Jake Hill loved it.
Let us know, Jake.
I kept a straight face through that, you immature arseholes.
No, Buckland's really laggy, so his screen froze up.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Oh,
As for the bloopers.
Are you thinking about Jensen again?
no, I just moved my legs.
Lewis got his 100th pole,
Yes.
so that was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Lewis got,
Mercedes nailed it with strategy again.
yeah.
It's like Hungary 2019 all over again.
Yeah,
Red Bull
basically.
are idiots.
Yeah,
Yep.
they screwed it big time.
Absolutely. I mean, it's painful for them because they haven't got 2 cars at the front, which would have been... Mercedes wouldn't have done that move if they had 2 Red Bulls. But they should have pitted Max. They left him so vulnerable. They know that they didn't have the pace that weekend. They know Spain is Mercedes track, and they left him out. Well,
People are saying that Perez isn't doing that well, but Perez was doing amazing last year. There's got to be something about that second Red Bull car.
But I think
Because-
he's just getting used to it,
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
honest. I think that
But
plays a big part.
But Christine Horner and Max Verstappen have already said that Max is basically fighting alone.
Yeah. And that's...
And
But
that-
if you look, Perez is still doing way better than Albon was.
yeah,
He's
that's what
qualifying.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's, yeah,
Perez needs
clearly
to
not
get
the car.
to learn that car. What we've got to remember is that Max has how many seasons in that Red Bull?
Well, he's been there since 2016.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
The car's basically built around him.
yeah, and to be fair, I wouldn't say it's built around Max, because why would they not want 2 competitive cars? That is what's been their downfall the past couple of seasons, is not having 2 cars. They need a car that's just as good for Max and Perez. So I don't really go off the whole that car's built for Max, that car's built for Lewis. That's not
what I mean. What I meant by that is he's basically been there. Of course, he's going to have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was
meant,
saying.
sorry.
Yeah, he's going to have that advantage. The same way as that I would have said Lewis had that advantage when Bottas started. I don't think that's necessarily the case anymore. I just think that Lewis manages to hook up that car and have a setup that's just far better than what Bottas can get.
Well, Bottas has basically had like 5 seasons in that Mercedes now, and he's still not.
There's no
there.
But Bottas is doing a good job as driver too. You can't say he was there.
He didn't want to let Hamilton go, did he?
No.
No.
But do you blame
No,
him?
good on him.
So if he's going to stop playing the number 2 game, then
I think he knows he's on his way out, so
Will they
he's
keep
gonna put his foot down.
He's got to.
yeah,
He's got to prove he's just as good as Lewis. I don't necessarily think he is. I'm sorry.
no,
I don't think he is.
I don't.
No.
no.
I
he's
think
not. And
what we're seeing in Formula 1 right now is that there are 2 drivers that are just out of this world good, and then everyone else. And I know that's really harsh, but it's a mixture of car and driver.
Yeah. Well, I personally think Leclerc is up there with them.
I agree, Leclerc is
Yeah.
up there with those 3.
But
I'd love to
Ferrari,
be a battle between those 3.
I know.
Yeah,
That
but
would be
he's
brilliant.
he's got to have the car. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying is the 2
Yeah, exactly what we're
the 2 at the
saying.
front is because they've got the car and the ability, and that's why I was saying the big car and the driver together make something amazing. Everyone else just doesn't have that.
Yeah, I reckon if Leclerc had the same level car as those
Yeah.
2 with Ferrari, then I reckon they would battle.
I mean, he did such an amazing job this weekend and through the
I know,
race.
he was in P3
Yeah.
for quite a lot of it.
I mean, he kept his mediums on
Yeah,
for a long time as well. It was really, really good
they're
result.
Ferrari to him. The strategy team Ferrari'd him, basically.
Yeah.
So they fixed the
If they
car,
had
but not the
covered
strategy.
Bottas-
They've
If they
not-
had
Sounds
covered
about right.
Bottas off, then they could have got P3, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Possibly.
Mm.
I definitely think they could have been on par with Bottas. Definitely.
But look, he couldn't get close to him.
Yeah, he couldn't.
When
He
he was
couldn't
flying, he
overtake
couldn't-
him, could he?
No,
No.
he had DRS, he just couldn't get past him.
No.
Just never went for that dive bomb move,
No.
which you sometimes
Got
need to take.
horsepower still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to take that dive. But I mean, sometimes that's a
Yeah.
good thing that you don't do that because you could lose your car or your front end or
Yeah.
whatever. But you need that kind of balance. I always thought Jenson Button was like that. Towards the end of his career, I don't think he was, but he used to really wait for a chance to overtake.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just go boom. And sometimes that worked in his favour, and other times it was like, well, you could have got further up the grid and you've just wasted that time now.
Yeah.
And I see that in Bottas a lot.
Yeah.
Too conservative. It's not very risk taking. I mean, he's the opposite of Max.
He
In the
needs to
sense
be
that
more
Max really sent
labour.
it into turn one on the run down. It wasn't like Max got a much better start than Lewis, but he still managed to just get alongside enough to send it. He got it done, so fair play. And led most of the race, which is what's sad about it, because he didn't actually win it.
I mean, do you know, though, I don't think if they pitted Max, I think pace, I don't think Red Bull had it over Mercedes. I think Lewis would have won in the end anyway. But it's
I reckon track position would have kept him ahead.
Think?
Because you look, Lewis couldn't get close to him, could he, on the same tyres? On newer tyres.
Yeah, but he was catching him at one point. He was catching.
Catching is one thing,
him.
but passing is quite another.
Yeah, he couldn't get past him before that pit stop, could he?
No.
He was stuck, and that's why they went for that.
So that is a good like a good talk.
I reckon
what Buckland's
just,
good point. What Buckland
they just covered him off. Then
they still needed to pit Max straight away. Once they saw Lewis, Max needed to be in because those tyres were never going to last.
No,
he's always going to be losing that position. So
get
the job done, get on fresh tyres, and go battle it out for the rest of the race.
And the thing is, his engineer knew it because he said, "Max is going to be Hungary 2019 all over again."
Yeah.
That's
so they knew it.
In the following lap, and fine.
Yeah, he must have been hard for him sat in that car.
Yeah.
I'd have been gutted. I mean, he couldn't exactly just go in because they wouldn't have been ready for him. So he had no choice but to just go with what they see. It just makes me think, what do you do? You want to become world champions and beat Mercedes? That is not the way to do it at all.
No.
And Mercedes were just on point. Yeah. I'm sorry, they are just.
They've got everything nailed.
Yeah, every part of that team.
They pretty much always are.
Yeah, they've got everything on point, and that's where Red Bull struggle. They've not got two consistent drivers. They've not got a good strategy team by the looks of it. They're just kind of like that.
Nowhere.
And that brings a question, but we won't. I don't think we'll go into it too much. Can Max really stay with Red Bull and become world champion?
I think he's in a contract, though, isn't he?
Yes, I think he can.
Remember, we've still got some tracks that will suit Red Bull later in the year. And there's time to get upgrades through, and if anyone's good at bringing upgrades through, it's Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Just remember, though,
Mercedes.
The only thing I'm going to say is I don't think he's going to do it this year, but there are new regs coming in for next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I think he'll give it one more year, personally.
Yeah. If they're not up there next year, then he'll start looking at Mercedes or Ferrari.
Yeah.
Or whoever's the fastest team at that year.
Yeah. Definitely. Who was your driver of the day, guys?
Leclerc.
Lewis. No doubt.
Yeah, Lewis again for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. He's perfect all weekend.
Play to him, but I'm just going for Leclerc because I think he drove a really good race.
You can't discount what he done. It was good, but
I'm not discounting Lewis either. I knew one of you would go for Lewis, and all three of you have gone for Lewis. So I've just gone for Leclerc.
No, Leclerc did an amazing drive.
He won the predictions, though.
Oh yeah, me and
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
who won the
won
prediction?
predictions.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I
I'll have
don't
it up
think you said
here.
anything. 'cause
Hamilton,
you-
Bottas, Verstappen.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
double Mercedes. What did Kieran say?
Well, I said Verstappen when I think it was Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas. I think something like that.
Yeah.
And
So
you
it was
too.
looking like that for a bit, but
Me and Buckland had the exact same. It was Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, and
So-
we
Yeah.
both win.
Basically, as it stands, I'm losing this.
What's the forfeit again? Don't you have to wear a chicken costume?
Fuck off! I'm not wearing no. Fuck off. That's it. Now. I'm not doing this podcast anymore. See you later.
he's off
Yes,
the mark.
I'm leading!
The first time in
Anyway.
his life.
I always come first.
Will burn.
Wait.
Buckland is single, if anyone's interested.
He goes to the gym.
He's been to the gym today.
I
he
know.
cuts the grass. He cuts the grass and stares at ass. There will be
Next
time
week,
covering.
we'll just be talking about Imza and Kevin. Very excited for that. Guys, I know all you are as well.
Hey, shit.
Well, I'll talk about the European Le Mans series.
And then we've got MotoGP as well at
Yeah.
Le Mans.
And we have the Indy GP in IndyCar, so we'll cover that too.
Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate everyone who's subscribed. What the fuck did you just do? God's sake. It is 25 to 12. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all.
Ah,
La la la. La la
Sorry.
la. Loving you. No. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Maybe
Go
some
on,
acting.
Oh, you said laxatives.
You're not welcome anymore.
Aren't you the one that tried to break me with that?
Don't I crumble?
Think I've laid down.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
It's flagged. I swear, that's impressive.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate everyone who does subscribe. Thank you so much. And please do like this video if you enjoyed it.
And hit that bell.
Can I not say anything without you guys interrupting me for like a second?
No.
All I did was that.
Hit the notification bell.
Ding.
You can ring my bell.
Ring my bell.
Ding dong.
Ding.
Dong dong.
Thank you for watching.
No one has ever done that.
What touched you? I'm so sorry. I'm joking. Thank you everyone for watching. We will see you all next Tuesday. Take care and goodbye.
Bye.
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 See you next Tuesday.
I've lost Rob. Rob's camera. That's it, I'm done.